Friday Slot Car News, sponsored by LEB Hobbies, your specialist in home and hobby slot car racing. All right, everybody. Yes, I'm at my dining room table. No, it's not as exciting or visually stimulating as my track, but it's been a busy last day or so. Please just bear with me. I'm going to start off with Racetrack Scenics today. We have the nice house that I showed the other day. I got a copy of this from them. You see the photos here. This is one of their Targa series of houses. And I mean, even as a standalone house, obviously this house, you know, looks like it needs to be with other houses kind of on the other side of it. But I mean, this would be a really cool house just kind of on its own. And again, you know, really nice to have this kind of scenery that we're getting added to the stable of buildings that you can get easily for your slot car tracks. Very cool stuff. Next, we're going to jump in with some Scaleauto cars. These may have gone under the radar a bit. They've been releasing a bunch of stuff recently, and I did want to highlight the fact that these are available to dealers and or out already at dealers. There's two racing Rothman's liveries on the high nose car, as you see here. They're Formula One cars. These look really, really nice. These cars drive really, really well. And yes, there's been an awful lot of the Formula One cars from the 90s released fairly recently. So again, just kind of highlighting these. Also, the NSX. These are 5 different club racing liveries. I haven't seen these really talked about anywhere, but you know, we really don't have a lot of the NSXs available yet. So these might be something interesting to have dealers stock to get a hold of. You may want to get a hold of your local dealer, see if they can buy these really nice new Scaleauto NSXs. We have some development work on the SRC Audi. Now, at the moment, all they're releasing are these CAD files. They've been kind of, I guess you'd say, dribbling them out over the last few weeks. And I've kind of, I've collected 1 or 2, but I wanted to put them all here to give a more full picture of this car, because the Quattro, I mean, is definitely a must-have slot car. I mean, certainly if you're an Audi fan, this car is an absolutely must-have, but this looks like it's going to be a really, really great release from SRC. You know, as you know, they do some really high-quality models on cars, and I really do expect this car to be, you know, on par with anything that they've released fairly recently. And boy, you can see here, even from the CAD files, that there's an awful lot going on. And I'm sure this car is going to be a great handling car. And I'm looking forward to seeing it, hopefully early next year. SCX news now. Yes, sadly, getting SCX pretty much anything here in the States is either a no-go and or very difficult. But I did want to highlight this set because, frankly, well, I wanted to show the news for this, and I like the Porsches that are in this set, despite the fact that they are set cars with, it appears to have maybe lower detail. The windows are black. I don't know if that means that there's no interior, but frankly, if it did, that would make these Porsches even better handling than I know that they are. These Porsches are really beautiful scale models. This is the 997 Porsche, and they've made a ton of these. It's a racing favorite of mine. However, against other cars, even GT3 cars that are fairly narrow, the SCX Porsche does get a little bit outclassed, even though it is a really beautiful model. In this case, it's in a starter set, as you can see here, which, I don't know. I mean, I think it's definitely an interesting car to have in a starter set. And yeah, I just wanted to highlight it. So there you go. One bit of fly news to show, and I'm just going to show it right here. It's a little teaser photo from our friend Rafa, and he's showing just the back end of the Jaeger BMW that he's going to be releasing. And I'm sure this is going to be a really beautiful model once it's finished. So yeah, we just have to wait a little bit longer, and I am absolutely sure it's going to be worth it. NSR tasty Tic Tacs to show here. These cars look really great. 2 Formula One cars. It looks like one of them is going to be part of the historic series, and I am assuming maybe the other one will just be a regular release. I don't know, but there are 2 cars regardless. Now we're going to move on to Slot.it news. Slot.it are showing 2 different new versions, new molds of the Matra. This car had really gotten a great reputation as being really super fast, and interesting to see them doing 2 different new takes on this car, a high tail and then a car with a sort of a split tail, I guess you'd say. This was shown at the Nationals that they had a couple weeks ago in California, and definitely some good looking cars. I'm sure these are going to find the way onto lots of tracks. We have a bunch of Carrera arrivals, which is pretty cool stuff. I know there are a number of digital 132 cars here that are also the same versions in analog, so check with your local dealer. And the green Porsche that you see is also, it's available in 132 analog, 132 digital, as well as digital 124. So there you go. Here's a whole bunch of Carrera stuff that is just shipping to your local dealer right now. We are going to wrap up this video with a slew of photos of the beautiful, the first release of the RevoSlot Corvette. Yes, 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 folks. I know. RevoSlot Corvette. How can you possibly go wrong? You can't. No, this is not the number 3 that Dale Earnhardt Sr. drove. This is Ron Fellows and somebody else. That's not the, sorry, not the Earnhardt livery, but it is the Earnhardt font. So for the number 3, there you go. Regardless, we have 3 beautiful releases of the Corvette that RevoSlot's going to be doing. I anticipate these cars are coming out really, really soon, because when they start showing photos of real cars like this, they are shipping out imminently. That's all the news, folks. Stick around after the racing and show news, and I'll wrap up the video. All right, guys. So, yes, I mentioned it's been a long day and a half or so. I started some treatment for the autoimmune condition I have, which essentially turns out that it was chemotherapy. I spent yesterday 5 hours getting that done. I am still really, really wiped out. So, in any case, I will start doing the live streams again. I will hopefully do one this Sunday. I have assignments on Saturday and Monday now, it seems like. But in any case, I really appreciate folks stopping by. All donos to the live stream are going to be used to start paying off mounting medical bills, sadly. So if you feel like donating during live streams, I really do appreciate that. That really would mean quite a bit to me. Thank you all, regardless. I really appreciate the likes, the shares, the follows, the comments. It really means quite a bit. See you all on Sunday.